Hi, Mom. Thanks for coming. Okay, we're going to talk about our math map score, 4th grade. This was last year. I am proficient, not mid-proficient, but just below it, just a little bit, 657.
So you're in proficient, but are you safely in proficient?
Yes.
For last year?
Yeah.
So what are you thinking this year, since it's kind of borderline?
I'm thinking it's kind of risky, because if I mess up, I could go back, and if I do good, I could go up.
So are you going to put a little extra effort into math this year? Okay. Even though these numbers, the scores will change, the numbers change next year, but you still have the same categories. Okay. What about your comm arts?
Last year again, I'm in mid-proficient, 678, and I would like to improve both of them, because I would like to get at least higher. I'm going to try my best to get higher, not lower.
And Mrs. Cox thinks that you can really bump it from proficient to advanced this year because of all the hard work you're putting in right now. Do you have any questions over the maps? No? Okay, this is yours to take home. Yay. Okay, oops, I think we got the grade card under there. Okay, let's move on to the grade card. And this may look a little different than what you've seen in the past. We have codes for at and above grade level, and then below grade level, and we also have letter grades in this building. So Jamie, why don't you start with the letter grades?
Okay, communication arts, social studies, I got an A. Mathematics, A. Science, B. Art, music, and PE, all passed.
Very good.
And do we want to talk about communication arts now?
Go ahead and talk about it.
Okay. We haven't tested any skills yet because we're working on predictions, visualizations, and reading our AR books and that stuff.
Okay, so nothing is marked over here yet.
But it will the next quarter and the next quarter.
So what are you hoping for in second quarter? What symbol do you want to see here?
I'm hoping to see plus symbols.
Very good. Okay, so since we're on this, you want to go ahead and show your mom your examples?
Sure. Start with this one. Prediction example. The old woman who named things, we did this as a class. I predict the dog has a new home. I think that because it hasn't been coming to the old woman. My prediction was wrong. I was wrong. The dog catcher found the dog, and she found him at the pound. It's my visualization. And this is a class again. I visualized white foamy water rushing over my feet, gave me goosebumps.
Ooh.
The sentence that helped me was, the waves washed up and sucked it back to the sea. The cold water makes your skin feel like peppermint.
Okay, so when you read this, how is this one different from the one you just showed your mom?
This one's different because this one's basically prediction. And this one is visualization. Because this one we practice visualization first, and this one we practice prediction first.
And I noticed something in this one that the other one didn't have. Do you see it?
Quotes.
Quotes. So you're practicing going back and finding the exact detail from the text to prove what you're thinking, right? Just like we would do if we were in college and we were researching something and had to give an answer. Very good. And then I think you picked this one to be your favorite.
Runaway Ralph. It's a book I'm still reading. I predict Ralph will regret running away. I think that because he has already drove into a bush and he said, ouch, my ear, it's bleeding. I visualized Ralph with a skinned-up face. The sentence that helped me was, a pheasant flew low across the road, startling Ralph and causing him to collide with gravel.
Now, is this something you need to be doing at home every night?
It's a decision we can do if we want to go out and do it at school or bring it home to do it for homework.
Okay, so while we're talking about that, why don't we show this reading log to your mom?
This is our daily reading log. I got a new one because the other one my brother ripped up, and so.
Have you been seeing this at home?
I've never seen this before.
Oh my.
Okay, I will be trying harder to do it and remembering.
Well, and now I know I need to be looking for this.
And how often should you be doing this?
Should be doing it every single day of the week.
Okay.
Because we write in our agendas, read 30 minutes.
Okay.
So now you're going to become more responsible, right?
So I should be looking for this with your agenda then.
And if you don't see it for a couple days in a row, feel free to write us a note or email, and we'll get on top of that here and see what's going on too.
Oh no.
Okay, so there's your reading log. Very good. Now let's talk about math.
Okay. Mathematics, multiplication, fluency, basic facts, I've got a minus. I am going to try to work hard on that because I think I can do that.
Okay, now what exactly does that mean? Fluency.
Can you tell her what it means?
Can you tell me what that means when you say you have to try harder?
I mean to try harder because I've been goofing off.
Okay, what about, the fluency is this yellow chart that we do.
Oh,
So the word fluent is kind of a big word, isn't it? So, but the yellow chart is how we show that we're fluent in multiplication. So what is our goal for multiplication?
the goal is I can correctly solve 100 multiplication problems in 3 minutes.
Okay, and how many are you doing right now?
I'll go ahead and show you this. Beginning of the year, I've got 31.
Okay,
I went up to a 50,
okay,
from a 50 to a 73,
okay,
73 to 100.
okay.
So now that you've hit 100, we think that this minus is going to begin changing to pluses because
Oh, okay.
I can do 100.
now you may have to practice at home a little bit more, right? And do a little bit extra at home to keep that 100 up. Okay, very good. Okay, go on to the next one.
And read and write whole numbers. I got a plus in that one.
Okay, can you find that in here and show your mom?
This way.
Skip. I think you skipped it.
No, yeah, I think I did too.
There you go. And what's this?
It's a target. A 5, you can teach it. No. Things you can mess up. 4, you kind of understand it, but sometimes you get stuck. 3, you're an apprentice.
And you need help. You have to have someone help you.
2, you don't really get it. And 1, you just can't get it all.
Okay.
Okay. And so you had yourself at a 4 the first time, and then a 2. No, a 2 the first time. Sorry. Woo! I about got scared. A 2 the first time, and then a 4. So you made huge progress, didn't you?
Mm-hmm.
And here's your test. And I think you put yourself at a 4 because you only missed one question,
I misread it.
Okay.
but you knew how to correct it, right?
Mhm.
But you didn't say you were 5 because
Because I didn't exactly get all of them right, and I can't teach it that well, but by the end of the year, I think I can.
so you're going to work on teaching other kids. Okay. And then I think you have one more, comparing whole numbers.
Mm-hmm. I got a plus on that one.
Okay.
Our goal is to compare whole numbers. I am like a 4 right on the line to 5. And I was a 4 when we first took the first test.
Okay.
And the second one, I'm like right there. So close.
So we use this to where they just kind of have to think about their learning. Has their learning changed? Have they learned more? Or what areas can they work on? Because if they do know how to solve them all correctly, well, we know that when you know how to do something correctly, you really learn more about it when you have to teach it to someone. So our goal is that they could all teach it to someone.
And I've only missed one, I think. Mm-hmm. Which statement is not true. Then again, I misread it.
Oh. So I think maybe you need to slow down. Okay.
The real answer was A. I picked B because I misread it.
Okay.
Misread these and
Oh,
that.
okay.
Yeah, so maybe slowing down would help a lot. Do you have any questions about math?
Not so far.
We'll set this over there. One more, science. Let's do your...
Okay. Science. Makes careful, detailed observations. I got a plus in that.
Okay. And you have an example of it.
Here it is.
And they're having a great time in science this year.
Mystery object. It has a crust or juicy sound. It is soft and sweet. The skin is really hard. And it is the size of Miss Power's fist. It is cold and red. It's very juicy and smells like a fruit.
Okay.
And it is apple.
And there's an apple. We're observing objects.
Observing, like we've been learning about qualitative and quantitative too.
What are those? Okay.
Qualitative is using your 5 senses, and quantitative is exact measurement.
Okay.
Very good. And now we're moving on and we're talking about light and shadows and opaque and...
Transparent.
Ooh, those are big words, aren't they? Okay, now here's what every parent really wants to know. Let's talk about these over here. These are behaviors that Jamie has at school that help him be successful. And once again, we do pluses and minuses in those
Okay.
also.
Complete agenda. Sometimes I forget or just don't want to do it. Feel in a bad mood.
What do you mean you just don't want to do it?
Feel lazy.
That's not okay with me.
I'll try to do better.
Okay.
Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. If I check agendas
Mhm.
and yours is not done, you're going to give up your recess to get caught up.
I'm okay with that.
Your entire recess, not just until you get it copied, but your entire recess. And then we're gonna have to send a note to mom letting her know. Okay?
Okay.
And listen carefully, follow written and verbal directions, and stay on task. Got a minus on that.
And why do we have a minus there?
I talk out in class sometimes. You know how I like to be class clown and that stuff.
I'm not okay with that. We can't do that.
Yeah, I'm trying to do a lot better on that one.
And,
Okay.
and when I do notice that you're doing a good job, what do you earn?
Signatures.
So can you explain this to your mom real quick?
This thing is a signature white card. If you get it all filled up, you get a purple.
Okay.
If you fill purple, you get a gold.
Okay.
And Miss Bryan, every time you get a purple or gold, she'll give you a special treat. And so far I've got 4 in purple,
Okay.
and I'm trying to earn more so I can get gold.
So
Okay.
what have you noticed? The kids who get purple and gold cards, well, they get special treats, but also, do they show more respect and responsibility? They
Okay.
do, don't they?
Well, I want to see those changed.
But to the good side, he does do his work on time.
Okay.
He respects others for most times. Sometimes when we shout over them, it is not respectful. But
Okay.
when we do working groups, he does a good job. He asks for help when needed, and he comes to class prepared. Now, this is an iffy one for me because I, a lot of times, have a hard time marking this if you don't do your agenda because then you're not really prepared. So this may have been an accident where I put a plus and it should have been a minus. I don't know.
Then again, I will try harder to do that.
Okay.
Okay.
So I need to be looking to make sure that agenda's filled out, and that reading log, I need to be seeing that then.
And that is in his agenda. It's in a
Okay.
little plastic
Okay.
sheet cover with his weekly homework for math and science.
Okay.
Right, Jamie?
Mhm.
Okay, Jamie, now here's a question for you. What has been your biggest challenge this quarter?
I think my biggest challenge is not to talk out in class.
Okay. And what's been the thing that you're the most proud of?
Most proud of is I can do 100 multiplication facts in 3 minutes.
Okay.
That's a big deal, isn't
It
it?
is.
Okay, do you have any questions?
No, I think I've got it.
Okay. Sounds good. Jamie, you did a really, really good job. I'm very proud of you. Okay. Thank
Okay.
you.